Alrighty, so today we have rented a car and we're driving up to Kosovo. And along the way, since we have the car, we're stopping in other parts of Albania just to see some things that we haven't seen before, like George W. Bush. Alright, so we finally made it out of the city of Tirana, which was very stressful. As you saw that roundabout, people just drive wherever they want in the city. They stop in the middle of the road for no reason. And there's no lines. So you just figure it out. But we made it out. Oh, and pedestrians, by the way. Pedestrians just shoot in front of your car at any given moment. But we made it out now. We're on this beautiful open highway. We're going to be turning north here in about 6 kilometers. And we're going to stop for some lunch in a town called Krujë, I believe.
Krujë.
Krujë.
There's a George W. Bush bar. There's a George W. Bush bakery, which smells so good, by the way. Look at that, George W. Bush. I've never seen that man so loved before.
Oh shit, do we need one of those? I think we need one of those.
I wonder if George W. Bush was as good at baking.
What the hell is that? That looks so good.
Looks like something that I really need is food.
I'm gonna get this.
Okay, so I love sweet. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah. Alright, so we got our George W. Bush baked goods. And onward to the castle, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Castle Krujë. So what is that?
I don't know, but I'm hoping, from what it looks like, it's some sort of delicious apple, almond, cinnamon thing.
Take a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Top notch?
Mm-hmm.
Give me that.
No. I'm busy.
Get him.
I'm busy. To say we are satisfied is a complete understatement.
Completely satisfied. George W. Bush Town gets a thumbs up. So what's crazy is, as you can see, this stuff is insane. There's like no guardrail, and we're on the edge of a mountain. and the people behind me, who are probably from here, are frustrated by how I'm not taking these turns at 60 miles an hour. This is, without a doubt, the hardest driving I've ever done.
I think I prefer to drive in Manhattan.
I think I'd prefer to drive in Manhattan. That's so cool.
Okay, so I'm someone who gets car sick very easily. I have been car sick on a bus in Albania before.
It was fun. Why don't you tell them that story real quick?
You guys want to hear a little story? We were not vlogging at that time. Okay, so excuse me while I control the nausea and queasiness in my stomach as I tell this story. We were on a bus in Albania. Where were we going? Albania
we were going from Ohrid,
Macedonia to Tirana, Albania. We were on a bus. We thought it'd be a bigger bus, but it wound up being a Sprinter van. And I could tell 4 minutes into the 3-hour drive that this was going to be a very bad situation. I was already queasy at that point.
And just to give you an idea, the roads were a lot like what we're showing now.
Like what we're showing here now.
Kind of very narrow, windy, up and down a mountain.
Kind of
some of them
situation.
dirt.
In a Sprinter van with very bad airflow. And my queasiness is getting bad. Really bad. And I kept yelling at Chris, tell the bus driver to stop. And that was just clearly not really an option on a road like this. And the only bag that I had was the bag that I keep my makeup in. So I'm thinking as I'm about to get sick, and I start then yelling at Chris, dump my makeup out. So he opens up my backpack, opens up my makeup bag, shakes my makeup into my backpack, hands me the makeup bag, and I got sick while facing backwards because I wanted to hide as much as I could from other people on the bus. Throwing up backwards in the makeup bag. Finally get control of myself. I pass the bag to Chris because he's the best fiance in the world. And as he's holding my puke bag,
the smell starts to get to me. So it's sitting there for about, I wasn't holding it. It was kind of...
It's on the floor
on
by
the
his
floor,
feet.
right by my feet. The smell started getting to me. Because I don't really get car sick in the same way. But even with...
He has a strong stomach.
With
I don't.
this kind of driving, it's easy to get car sick. But the smell of her vomit started getting to me in this makeup bag. And like she said, that's the only bag we had.
Oh, my
so
God.
I unzipped her bag and puked into the same makeup bag that she just had.
So we shared a puke bag on a Sprinter bus on roads just like this in Albania.
It was a lovely experience.
So as I'm containing my queasiness right now, I also have a little, I don't want to say PTSD, that's too strong of a word, but a little bit of a fear because it has previously happened, so I know it can happen again. So we're approaching a cute little town now. I hope you guys made it through our stories without feeling too sick yourself, but we promise we'll keep the rest of this video not as gross.
Alrighty, so we made this stop over in Krujë.
So cute.
So cute. We're gonna go see the castle here. We're not gonna get hit by this car.
Or we might.
We might. But we're gonna go see the castle here. We're gonna walk around this old bazaar, and then you can see. Oh, you can't see. You can see up there. That is the castle. This is awesome. Check this out, man. Wow, this is so cool. All right, so we are inside the castle of Krujë right now, which I believe was either Skanderberg's birthplace or where he resided during his rule of Albania, right? Skanderberg's museum. Lots of bars and restaurants up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, look at this incredible view. Look at this guy had an epic mustache.
Yeah, right?
Different bars and restaurants built into the ruins of this old fortress. It's so awesome. Standing right where the edge of this fortress would have been, so like right here. That's That's straight down. Overlook, I mean, you got the mountains over here. I guess this would be to my east. We're looking kind of south. You can see Tirana over there. I don't know if it's made out so much on the camera, but you can see kind of the large skyscrapers in Tirana. And then looking out, you see some of the lakes and rivers. And then when you come, let's see if we can see from here. When you come and you look over these buildings, you see the sea. That'd be the Adriatic Sea. And that would be where Durrës was. If you remember from a few videos ago, we were in Durrës. And wow, that's just so cool to see from here. You can see this whole thing from up in this fortress. It even goes quite a bit higher to those lookout towers. And I wonder what's on top of those mountains up there. We're gonna have to find out. So, as someone who grew up just in love with like the Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, coming to these places and seeing like these windy cobblestone streets in between what would have been castle walls like this, there's really nothing cooler on earth than that. My little nerd self is really happy right now. Not really sure. I guess maybe people live here. It's a pretty awesome place to live. Some more windy streets. You can see some modern building happening over there. So from what we read, Krujë started out as just this fortress, and then kind of a town built around it and expanded down the side of the mountain as time went on. So I guess what we're walking through now would have been the beginning of the sprawl out of Krujë from that fortress on top. I'm gonna go find Kira though, because I think she's still back up there. All right, so Kira's finally caught up with me. What do you think of these tiny roads? How cool is this?
They're so cool. I love seeing roads from a time when there were no cars.
Yeah, right? It makes you feel like you were in that village at the time, and these windy streets. It like I said before, it brings to life the stories that you hear as a kid.
And like, it just feels so simple. It feels so simple, it feels so peaceful.
Yes. So we're at the Museum of Skanderberg now. Skanderberg is probably the most famous Albanian ever. He was responsible for repelling the Ottoman Empire and keeping Albania independent of Turkish rule. Alrighty, well, I'd say it's freezing.
It's really cold.
It's freezing on this mountain.
Really,
it's about
cold.
10 degrees colder up here than it was down there. And we dressed for 10 degrees warmer. It's like endless stores of traditional stuff. A lot of touristy souvenir things too, but really awesome all around. The buildings are these buildings are almost like an old chalet kind of style. So awesome. Oh, cool. You have old military equipment.
My grandparents used to have that in their attic.
Oh, wow. not? Why not?
Something.
Very creative sidewalk art. So cool. Oh, I bet this is really fun at night. That's the thing about Albania. They really value their time out. There's just bars and restaurants everywhere in the whole country. It seems like
There's absolutely endless options.
Welcome to Krujë, the city beyond the sky.
Feeling that way.
Feeling that way. All right, Kosovo. It's time.
Oh, it's time to go to Kosovo. Both, right?
Both. This Albanian rest stop
Nicest
is like the
rest
nicest rest stop I've ever been to. We just entered our first new country of the year.
We are officially in Kosovo.
Kosovo. All right, so we're headed to Prizren to stay for 2 nights as of now. We have
Possibly
this car.
third.
Yeah, we have this car, so we might see what else is around. But border control was so
easy. And he was really nice too.
Really nice guy. Had no idea he was asking for like the car's.
We had no idea what he needed.
Had no idea what he needed. That was terrifying. But
Chris
other than
is
that,
just so good at reading like nonverbal cues.
well, it didn't speak a lick of English.
No, but he knew like exactly what he was saying.
Well, I got it wrong 6 times first, but other than that,
I'm gonna give the man credit where
I
it's
kept
due.
trying to give him the same paper. And he was like, no, the other one. I'm like, all right, how about this one? He was like, no, the other one.
You dummy, just give me the damn registration.
So, but anyways, we're here. We don't have a place to stay, so we're just gonna go
We're
pull
just
up
gonna
to
shove a
a
hotel.
we read about. We didn't
It
book
looks really
anything
nice.
because we didn't know that we'd be able to get through the border because their COVID restrictions just changed the other day, so we weren't sure if that was gonna be easy. But now we're through. We're gonna show up at this hotel, and then tomorrow in a different video we'll do a whole thing in Prizren.
I don't even care how the rest of the night goes because this drive itself, the past 3 hours in the car, has been absolutely stunning.
Breathtaking.
Just the ride alone has been absolutely perfect.
These views were incredible.
The mountains
And
were insane. Watching them during sunset, they were orange and pink and blue. They were purple with snow on top.
And Kier did a killer job of getting a lot of that on video while I was driving, so we'll be able to show all of you.